Chicago, because what's happening in Chicago should not be happening in this country.
Tough talk from President Donald Trump prompted by this man, an Ohio pastor who says he's talking to Chicago gang members to make our city safer. Good evening, I'm Rob Johnson.
And I'm Erica Sargent. That pastor allowed President Donald Trump to tee off on Chicago and its crime problem again today. And as CBS 2 political reporter Derrick Blakley reports, the president supports the pastor's impromptu effort to broker a truce among warring street gangs.
A Cleveland clergyman told President Trump Chicago gang figures reached out to him about meeting to reduce street violence.
I was recently contacted by some of the top gang thugs in Chicago for a sit-down. They reached out to me because they associated me with you. They respect you. They believe in what you're doing. And they want to have a sit-down about lowering that body count.
It's a great idea because Chicago is totally out of control.
But later, Scott backtracked a bit, telling WBBM News Radio,
"Well, let me clarify former gang leaders. They're still connected with the pulse of the streets. They still have their fingerprint and footprint in the community."
Pastor Scott is a Trump supporter, a member of his transition team, and some Chicago ministers view his intervention with suspicion. Do you know who Darrell Scott is?
First of all, I never heard of him before in my life. And second of all, if you've got this kind of relationship, where have you been?
But Pastor Corey Brooks says he knows some of the former gang members Scott contacted and welcomes his presence.
We have to open our arms and be welcome of individuals who want to come in and help us with the problems. But again, time will tell if he's sincere or if he's not sincere, if he's doing this for political gain or political reasons.
Pastor Scott says he plans to come here from Cleveland for those meetings later this month, along with NFL Hall of Famer Jim Brown and boxer Floyd Mayweather. And a curious footnote: for all of Pastor Scott's concern about Chicago street violence, conditions in his hometown are dire as well. Cleveland, in fact, has a higher per capita murder rate than Chicago.
Now, did this pastor talk at all about his track record for even addressing crime in his own city?
No, he didn't talk about that in what we saw in the meeting in the White House with Donald Trump. Our Audrina Begas, however, had a conversation with him, and you're going to hear more about that on the CBS 2 News at 10.
So he's contacting them, or they're contacting him? It's still unclear to me.
Well, his original story was that he was contacted by these gang members. However, then they became former gang members, and I think there's another change in his story now. He says he was put in touch with them by another pastor. So it's a bit of a shifting sands there on exactly the origin of all this.
Kidding. All right, Derrick, thank you.